Good morning. I finally got on. Hope everybody's doing well and getting through these challenging times as we uh, feel the energy in the background, the potential for a greater escalation in the outer world, somewhat created by our own inner world and the astrological and planetary alignments of Mars. Um, as we sit here and as I sit here, uh, and I work on understanding a little bit more about myself, I somehow like to reflect a little bit on my past in terms of my ancestors or the people who came before me, the people who set the path for me to be able to do what I do and to be able to take in and learn the lessons that, well, I would say maybe many mistakes that people in the families make that are passed down, and we as descendants of those traits or those experiences have the opportunity to either continue with those energies or to reflect back and to go into the past a little bit to restructure or rewrite a different type of plan or story for ourselves. And we might have mentioned this before, but and I might have done a video on this uh, as one of the lives in terms of making a decision where most of our problems either lie on the maternal side or the paternal, on the mother side or the father side. And from my perspective, uh, we equally, not equally, have issues from both sides of our family, but we definitely have a little bit of more, maybe from one than the other. Um, but it's a matter of us having the courage to go back a little bit, not live in the past, but to understand the past and maybe experience some of the, not for us to experience, but for us to actually question some of the experiences that our ancestors had. I know for myself, I made a documentary film about my grandfather and um, the relationship that I shared with my grandmother as an ally in my life, a person who needed me just as much as I needed her in terms of understanding uh, her past and where she came from, and what she instilled in me was to go back, and through her photographs and through her stories, I was able to go back and better understand my father, for example, who had his own PTSD from World War II as a child of war. And it's so important for us to really maybe not judge, but understand. And when we come from a place of understanding and compassion, then we're less judgmental on others, and more so, we're less judgmental about our own predicament of where we're at. And we understand that every story has an opportunity to be changed. And just because the story is written a certain way doesn't mean you have to look at it from that angle. You can shift your angle that you're looking at something from. And by doing that, you have a different perspective. What you're really doing is you're healing the past wounds, but you're also helping yourself and whoever comes there after you, whether it be relationships, whether it be children, whether it be friends, whether it be coworkers. Having the compassion for the people who are in our lives who somehow created stress and trauma for us, and us going beyond that and looking back is sometimes important. It's not to make excuses for people. It's not to hold people accountable, but it's important for us to really take inventory on why people did what they did and not just the buck stop there. It's important to go beyond them, before them, and see what traumas they might have experienced. So, what I'd like to do today is I'd like us to journey to our ancestors regarding who is that one person that you would like to bring back to tell the story for you, or who you had a close relationship with. It might have been a grandparent, a grandfather, a grandmother, or a relative, or someone in the family, a friend that had insight that somehow the family somehow pushed aside and didn't want their story told for some reason. And many times in families, when the stories aren't told by certain people or their voice is suppressed, someone in the family, maybe generations after, will be the voice of that person because somehow it's a web of energy, it's a web of experiences that trickle down to someone, and that someone may may be you, or it may be someone that comes after you. But it's important for us to tell the story and understand that nobody should be shut out of a family. Nobody's story should be shut out of a family. And sometimes we need to question why people shut people out. Because some certain people in families sometimes go against the grain. They go against the family role models that are put in place so as not to create stress or any upheaval. And if you think about somebody in your family that has gone through this, or somebody that's been buried, literally, not just physically, but literally in terms of, I would say actually more figuratively, in terms of their legacy of who they were, the story that comes from them, or what story was told about them. All right, so let's go into a journey to uncover an ancestor. We'll journey to a specific place. We'll come back and you'll see what you get. All right, let's begin. I hope you have a great journey. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath in, and make sure you take a longer exhalation. So let's take a breath in and exhale. 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 And let's go on our journey. You walk into the forest. And you smell the crisp, fresh air. You take a deep breath in. And you fill your lungs with all the oxygen. And as you proceed forward, the tall trees and left and right of you are becoming a little barren from the fall season. And as you crunch over those leaves, you smell the nature, the sweet smell of those leaves. You continue forward as the sun shines through to your left. It shines on the left side of your face, and you feel the warmth. Up ahead as you walk, there's a little stream. You're able to cross that stream, stepping on a rock to the other side. And you turn right. There's a path along the stream. With the sun at your back. And as you look into the stream, you see fish swimming through. The water is clear. And to the left, the trees. You walk along a sandy embankment with rocks and branches. And as you walk over these obstacles, you continue forward. The water makes a gentle splashing sound that passes by. And you continue forward with a view of a beautiful valley up ahead between mountain ranges. And as you walk along, you think about your past. You think about the people that have assisted you. Think about the people who have not been too much of a help. You continue forward. As you walk forward to the left, there's a little path that leads to a footbridge. And that footbridge goes above a little stream that empties into the stream that you were just walking along. You continue forward over this footbridge on a dirt path. As you walk forward, on the left is a big boulder. And on top of this little boulder is like a space you can sit on. A smooth and level, seated, carved out area of this rock. And you sit there. And as you sit there, you close your eyes. And you open your eyes, and in front of you is a spirit animal. What animal do you see? And as you see the spirit animal, you ask the animal, who is it in my family? Or who is it in my past that I've been shut out of the family, shut out of my life, that I need to incorporate? That I need to better understand? Whose story was not told by my interpretation, but told to me by others, through their own perception, through their own looking glass. And you listen for what the animal has to say. The animal stands in front of you, despite your eyes being closed or open, and transmits some of its message to you. You close your eyes. And you open your eyes, and the animal is gone. You take a deep breath and exhale slowly. And you jump off the rock back onto the ground that you originally came on. You thank the spirit animal as you walk away. Its energy that it left you, the message that it left you. And you walk. You walk over the footbridge underneath the little stream. And as you head back towards the stream, you turn right. Now the water is on your left, and the sun is in your face. walk alongside the stream, and you put your face up into the sun as you walk. As you continue, you come upon the place where you originally crossed the stream. But before you do, you put your hands in the water and you wash your hands and face. You cross the water, the stream, over the rock, back onto your original path. The sun at your back. You walk through the shadowy forest, crunching the leaves. Up ahead on the right is an oak tree, a very wide oak tree. It would be difficult to put your arms around it, but you try. And you hug this tree. And the tree understands the bravery and courage it takes to go back into the past. To bring those that were left behind, whose stories were distorted by the perceptions of others. And now you have a clear understanding of the power within yourself to make these or change these stories and bring back those left behind, or that one person left behind. And as you remove your hands from the trees, the energy is dissipated from your body, and the tree takes that. You thank the tree, and you continue on your path out of the forest. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Move your hands, move your feet, shake your fingers, move your toes. Take one deep breath in. And when you're ready, come back into the room. All right. Hopefully you had the opportunity to encounter through the spirit animal, an ancestor or a person who impacted your life that was somewhat left behind. We always face these types of situations that whatever stories we hear is sometimes not our own story. It's sometimes the stories told to us through the eyes, as I said before, through other people. And many people want to keep people in certain roles. They don't want the blanket shook or the carpet cleaned out. They're comfortable where certain things lay and are, and otherwise expose too much stuff. So it's important for us to expose as much as we can handle in terms of understanding that when we bring light to the darkness, we expose not only a greater sense of who we are, but it gives us the opportunity to be more comfortable with ourselves. And so it's important for us to go back a little bit and remind ourselves of who in our lives impacted us and who needs to be brought back. All right, I want to thank you for joining me, and hopefully you're able to take this journey and work with it, and it will assist you for whenever you do the journey itself. Until next week, I want to thank you and have a great day. All right, everybody, bye.